Hello, everyone. This is Pyra, and today is Sunday, March 24th. We are almost done with PAX. PAX East is coming to a close for PAX East 2024, and unfortunately, my day ended end of the day Friday, so I just wanted to go over a brief overview of the highlights that I had through PAX from the event this year. So this is just going to be a quick highlights video, a quick overview of just kind of my high moments from PAX as I remember them right now. Please expect a longer format video like I did last year for my 2023 review. That'll be coming out sometime later this month. I do have a lot to talk about, but I did want to just have a few cherry-picked moments to share with you over my past few days at PAX. And so in no particular order, here are my top 5 highlights from PAX East. And so highlight number 1 is meeting up with new and old friends. So this year, as most years, I do meet up with several friends that I kind of see once a year at PAX. However, this year I did hang out with a bunch of new people as well, which was really cool. Just seeing these people that you talk to online, either briefly or for extended periods, and then finally meeting them in person. That is just such a feeling that I will never be able to describe as well as I feel, but just having that moment where people come together and kind of like community comes together is just such an enjoyable experience at PAX. It is such a nice thing where people kind of fly in or drive in from different areas, and it's kind of one of those events that everybody can kind of like get together and, you know, even if you're only hanging out for like 5 or 10 minutes or maybe a few hours at a time or the whole weekend, just getting that opportunity to kind of like meet and see each other in person and hang out is just such a treat. I had such a great time meeting up with old friends and new friends and seeing them in person once again at PAX. And now highlight number 2 for me was the Final Fantasy XIV booth. As you know, hopefully, unless you're new to my channel, I am an avid Final Fantasy XIV player. I've been playing for well over 9 years now, and this booth is one that I'm always looking forward to, especially with the 14 Battle Challenge. So this year I was able to get into the Battle Challenge first thing Thursday morning, and there were just a lot of really good things at this booth. As someone who plays a lot and plays pretty religiously, just being able to do everything from the battle challenge through meeting new people at the booth to seeing some of the developers and some of the staff that I've been following for years on social media to the photo ops and the merchandise and the giveaways. There were just so many cool little things at this booth, and it was definitely a booth that I swarmed around a lot, and I found myself into the photo ops several times, kind of in there as much as I could. So that was definitely a big piece that I was able to take part in. Now, unfortunately, I was unable to do the panel in person yesterday on Saturday. However, it was really good to having Square Enix or Final Fantasy's presence to be able to see the panel on Twitch and to be able to just kind of have that love of 2 different passions of mine, one being PAX East and the other being Final Fantasy XIV, kind of mesh together and finding myself in the middle of that. Now, speaking of games that we love, that brings me to highlight number 3, which is just to do with Warframe and Tenno VIP, which is technically like an after party for PAX, but it kind of gets summed up into this PAX weekend for me. So Warframe is one of those games that I got into around 10 years ago now, and the game is celebrating this year its 11-year anniversary. So really, we got into the game within the first like year plus of its inception, and even though I don't play it as much as I used to, it's one of those games that are just really near and dear to my heart. It is the reason that I play online games as I do now. It was one of the first, if not the first, online game that I had ever partaken in, and I fell in love with it. And I definitely don't play as much as I used to, but it still holds such a great place in my heart. I love going back to it, and I remember it is actually also the reason why I found out what PAX East was in the first place. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you might have heard me talk about the origin of how I came to PAX back in 2015 was through Tenno Live. It was actually a ticketed event that you could win tickets to get into PAX East during their panel at PAX 2015, and then there was a little after party, and it was just really great kind of reliving that experience at Tenno VIP 2024. I was able to pick up some great merch, of course, like this beautiful Tenno VIP 2024 sweater right here. But the thing that really excited me the most, and it was just a great experience, was my little reunion with myself, Rebecca, Megan, and Jeff from the Warframe team. I had definitely tweeted Megan and Rebecca showing them pictures that I had taken with them back 9 years ago. And so getting to the meet and greet event at Tenno VIP this year, it was really great. Rebecca remembered me and she noticed me in the crowd, and just being able to kind of take a picture with them and just have like a small conversation with them was just such a great highlight to my PAX experience. It means a lot to me, Warframe in general, and these developers, and they're just so fantastic at what they do. So just being able to show them my appreciation as well as seeing them again after all these years was just such an amazing experience. And to put the cherry on top of the Warframe Tenno VIP experience at PAX, meeting Ben Starr. I love Ben Starr's voice acting. I love hearing him as Clive in Final Fantasy 16. I haven't played it, unfortunately, because I'm waiting for that PC to drop, the PC version to drop. However, just hearing everything that I've heard from 16, he is a fantastic voice actor. He is also just like an incredible meme lord, and if you know me, like most of my life is made up of memes, so just seeing him online and then meeting him in person was just such a surreal experience. He's such a talented voice actor, and we got to talk about the memes and everything, and one of the coolest things that was part of that too was I mentioned to him his baby girl shirt that he had worn at the 16 panel earlier that day, and he decided to show us his shirt again and asked me if I would like the Jill pin that he had been wearing all day. So I actually have it right here, as well as a picture of it. He took off his Jill pin that he'd been wearing all day and signed it and gave it to me, and we got to take this awesome selfie. So thank you, Ben Starr. It was really a pleasure being able to meet you, and I will treasure that pin or sell it on eBay like you told me to do to make that bank. So that was a great experience of my PAX East week as well. And so the next highlight of PAX is not necessarily PAX specific. It kind of is, it kind of isn't, but for me, it was one of the highlights of my week. As some of you may know, I've been producing a bunch of PAX East content, especially in the past few months, relating around like tips and tricks and informational guides. And one really cool thing that happened to me was that somebody recognized me just walking through the PAX floor. So if you're watching this video as well, let me know who you are. Thank you so much. But it was a brief interaction, like super brief, but just having somebody stop me and be like, hey, have you made those guides and posted them to the Facebook group? And I was like, yeah, that's me. And they thanked me and just kind of gave me a little, thank you for making these videos. They were very helpful. And it felt so good, like as a content creator, trying to make my mark and find my place and making this new brand of content about kind of like more informational and more kind of like lowering the barrier to entry on some of this knowledge. Like it really felt great just hearing somebody not just give me praise, which I love as well, but just recognize me in public and just notice who I am. It is cheesy, that is a cheesy part of my PAX experience. However, as somebody who really wants to entertain and educate and help as many people as I can, just getting that feedback in person really felt great. I love seeing the comments come in online and people reaching out to me and DMing me about certain things, but also seeing that in person for the first time ever was just such a cool little blip of my highlight experience at PAX. And so the last big highlight that I wanted to mention in this short overview was just the general hype and vibe around PAX. It probably sounds super cheesy again. However, I just can't describe to somebody who hasn't gone to PAX before. I can't really put into words just how it feels being at PAX. It is just such an amazing experience. The majority of people that go have such an amazing attitude. They really want to be there. It really is a community and kind of like a gaming family, like a very extended gaming family of folks. Just the amount of people that were super into it and cosplays, or just really walking around and like getting excited, and like you could just see people's like bright smiling faces. It just was such an awesome experience. This year was also the first year that I got to stand in the queue line. Most year I kind of cut it close and go at 10 or a little after when there is almost no line, but this was the first year that I had stood in line a little bit before, like around 8:15ish, which is like an hour and 45 minutes before gates open, or you're allowed out of the queue. But even just standing in the queue for like the beach balls, which was the first time that I had done that. I had never before done that. I had only seen it in line, but it was just, it's hard to describe just how awesome moments like that are to partake in, especially when, a lot of these people you will probably never see again or rarely see again, but just the amount of camaraderie that was built between everybody, regardless of who you are as an individual, what games you play, what you're most excited for at PAX. Just the majority of the individuals there were just so happy, so welcoming, so ready to be at PAX, and it was such an incredible experience. It is definitely something that I look forward to every year at PAX, regardless of what booths I want to see, what panels I want to see. It just, the vibe of PAX really brings me back as a whole, brings me back every year and makes me wanting more. And now those are my major highlights from PAX that I wanted to note in this really short video. I had some amazing moments, some okay moments, and actually I did have a few not so great moments around the whole week, but I didn't want to mention that here. I really want to go over those in full detail in my review video that I will be probably having out in the next month. I want to give it some time to actually go through everything in depth, of everything from the best to the worst moments in between, just everything that I saw, I noticed, and my experience. So if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, and please look forward to that video soon coming. And if you're interested in more PAX tips, updates, etc., please like and subscribe. Comment if you have any specific things you are looking for. It really helps me narrow down what ways I can help people out and what information that I can help bring to light. And also, if you are a Final Fantasy XIV player, enjoyer, etc., I stream Final Fantasy XIV most weeks, six out of 7 days, and I do everything from very casual content all the way through ultimates and the very hardest endgame content. So please feel free to subscribe, let me know what you're looking at seeing, and I will have more of that in the future. Also, with the vibe of PAX and everything that's going around, I have met a lot of indie developers as of late, and I'm starting to do more of indie games reviews as well and playthroughs. So if you like indie games as well, please keep an eye out for that. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a very amazing PAX experience. If you did go, please let me know in the comments below what your top one or maybe top few highlights were of PAX, and we'll see you in game. Bye.